Morning, YouTubers. Today we'll be going in the greenhouse and show you what's going on. I gotta do a lot of cleanup in the greenhouse, but first I want to get my seeds to start the process of germination, and then I'm going to clean my whole greenhouse. Okay, so what we got here is, oh yeah, I'm going to be doing some peach trees, and I have a couple of the, what do you call those? Well, when I think about it, I'll come back to that. But right here is what I want to get started germinating is the watermelon seeds. I got some organic bell pepper seeds. And the watermelon seeds are organic. Everything is organic. Right here I have a new species of tomatoes that I happened to grow last year. Somehow they must have got cross-pollinated. So I don't know what to call it, but I have a few seeds that I'm going to do this year. And I should have some come up from last year also out in that garden over there. Now over here we have some, what do you call these? All of a sudden my mind just went, ever happen? I got so much on my mind, it's not funny. So right here we have some Brussels sprouts that I'm going to be planting. These are also organic. Okay, I got some watermelon. So I love eating watermelon seeds. So I'm going to grow some watermelons this year. Not watermelon, I mean pumpkins. So I like eating pumpkin seeds, right? So I'm going to plant some pumpkins this year. We have some jalapeno seeds, because I really like the making the jalapeno powders, just to add a little kick to stuff, to my vegetarian foods and stuff like that. I got some organic cucumber seeds that got to be planted, and not to mention all the cucumber seeds that are going to come up in the garden this year. Lots of them. Because the ones I didn't eat, I just left there, and the seeds are naturally put in the soil. They just decomposed over the winter, and they're in the soil already, the seeds. So they're going to grow up. I'll probably have 1,000 cucumber plants, coming up, 1,000 tomato seeds, or probably even quite a few thousand tomato seeds coming up. The same with the jalapenos and the peppers. Over here is a mystery seed pack that I'm not sure what it is, but it's an herb. So I got quite a few things to get planted today, hopefully. And I have many more things to get planted. Now over here we have some greens that are growing from last year that I gotta uproot and plant outside once it gets a little bit warmer. I'd say maybe later on in May. So I believe we're in the first week of April, and yeah, so later on when we don't have any more frost, I'll plant the greens. And over here we got some really nice parsley growing from last year that I'm going to also transplant outside this year. I also got some organic parsley seed here that I'm going to unload. So I want to do a lot of parsley this year. So the whole pack will probably be going out there in that garden bed. with a few other things. So I want to talk about, obviously I'm in a greenhouse, so this greenhouse I built. It's all built from scrap wood. I do have the double ply of plastic on here, which eventually is going to be turned into the hard plastic. Okay, I'd really like to do glass, but I'm just not going to be able to do glass. So over here we got some things that you can use to germinate seed in. And right here, just an egg container. It's a styrofoam type of egg container that you can plant. Fill this with dirt, add water, put your seeds in here. Right here you have a quick 12 seed holder germinator. Now if you want to move on to something better, right here we have a cake container. I got these at Wegmans for birthdays, you know. I don't eat the cake, but other people eat the cake, you know. Because I have GERD, I have Crohn's going on, and it's very hard for me to eat something like this. It's just going to tear my stomach apart, you know. And, you know, I'm working on it, on juicing and all that stuff I'm doing. So I want to heal myself, you know. So we have this container, and it makes a wonderful greenhouse. There's two things here. You have a black bottom. Black absorbs heat from the sun. Even in the greenhouse, it absorbs the heat. I know it is the #1 recyclable. So it's not the worst plastic that you could ever use, you know, for getting BPA poison contamination. It's only for a short period of time, so I'm not worried about it. It's a #1, so it has very limited BPA. And then the lid, you have a clear plastic lid. This will act as a greenhouse. The lid goes on top and it snaps in place. I have a couple of these. I wish I had more of these, but yeah. I think this one, oh no, these weren't cakes, these were pies. It was an apple pie and 2 pumpkin pies I had from the holidays. So they make wonderful, I mean, excellent seed germinators. And to be honest with you, these are a must-have. Because over here, obviously I have one of these. And right here you can see the price. This was $6. I forget what this was. It's not really saying on it. But, oh, pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. Okay. What was this? Double crust apple pie. And another pumpkin pie. So these are excellent for germination. Even if you don't have a greenhouse, you know. I built this myself, this greenhouse, but I would definitely be using this for germination process. Now, what inside here, let me explain something. Hopefully I could focus in there and you can see the germinated seeds in there. And there's a lot of them, actually. Now, this is broccoli. It only took 4 days for these roots to start coming out and growing, for them to open up. Could have took 3 days. I didn't notice it in 3. I checked in 4. And you can kind of see the seeds in there that have opened. and growing roots. Like seeing that one right back there, that's actually growing a root. So that's awesome germinator right there. And you'd probably want to put these in a sunny area in your house or outside if it's warm out, or inside where you have some light on it. Excellent, excellent containers. And I'm going to go ahead and fill these two up today, and I added a lot of water to the soil. Okay, it was a little bit more than what I should have had in there, but I made sure to keep it wet because the water's going to stay in here. Sorry for the shaking. The water's going to stay in here. It's going to come to the top. Actually, the water is being distilled. It's coming to the top. It's being cleaned, pure water, and then it's going to fall back down once it gets big enough to fall back down and re-water. Now, the second to this would be the Jiffy seed germinator. Okay, you get there's 72 planting spots to germinate seeds. Now, the reason I like this better is because you can see in there that that's sealed. And it's tight. It's sealed and tight. And where this is loose, yeah, the wind can blow this open, you know, on a windy day. So that's why I choose this first. These are awesome. Must have. Okay? These are mini greenhouses. And so this is good, but you know, it does have holes. The heat's going to escape. But this is also good for in a greenhouse, which is why I collect these. And down here, I have strawberries growing, which grew from the old batch. The old batch got hit hard this winter, so I don't have heat in this greenhouse. But look down here, all these strawberry plants survived. All these strawberry plants, there's so many of them. So many of them. And over here, they're even growing in the rocks. Okay, they're growing in the rocks. So a couple of things I wanted to share with you here with the greenhouse. How nice that is. And I have a lot of work to do in this greenhouse. I know it's not the best greenhouse you guys ever saw, but it's homemade, and I'll be picking up some more of these type of containers. You can get those at the Dollar Tree. I've been using these. They're not as good. These are much better, but these work. I also save containers. My neighbor goes and buys all his plants. I grow my own plants from seed, and he gives me his container, so you might see a few of these laying around. Anyway, YouTube, thanks for watching. I also have a watering container that I brought inside already. I'm going to fill it up with water until I get my hose set up, because we're coming out of a winter and it's April, and I really want to get the hose set up. So until then, I just water with the watering container. I fill it up a couple times, bring it down, water everything, and then with the hose, I have a nozzle on it where I just spray everything in here and shut the door. But anyway, guys, sorry for a long video. It's going to take me forever to upload. And I just want to say thanks for watching. I have a lot of cleanup to do. Like, oh, there goes the rabbit. Missed it. in these garden beds and everything. But thanks for watching.